So here's the interesting part of it. If we're non-judgmental, which is where we sort of have to come from to be who we want to be, to not have stigmatic guilt. So it's not, as I spoke to the reporter, it's not my job as a sister to judge the barebacker. Whether I agree personally or disagree, it's not my job. How do I want to say it? My job is to be there to support, with non-judgment. So if you want to bareback, my job is to go, well, have you tried J-Lube? It's great stuff, fuck all night long, add water, just go, 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 go. Hydrate, drink lots of water. You get a party and play, drink lots of water. I don't care if you fuck without condoms, but here's some things that'll help you be safer. And if you need us, this is what we do, and we're here for you. So in some ways, it's not unlike when Sister Hope said to me one day, because I wear my collar because I'm a slave to the sisters. I'm dedicated to my vocation. Well, occasionally I wear my big marijuana rhinestone leaf on it. And Sister Hope said one day, she was making references to the little nunlings, and she's like, well, if I was a sister, I'm not sure I'd walk around with a big pot leaf on my collar all the time. And so that was interesting, and I've actually stopped wearing it since then. Just because it wasn't necessarily the message I wanted to send for the sisters. So I think in some ways they're personal choices. Doesn't mean I won't ever wear it, or I don't wear it occasionally, but I maybe think twice about wearing it to like a street teens event, and I may have done that previously, but it gave me pause for a moment, just personally, to go, But as far as pushing the line, that's the whole point of the sisters, and it's one of the things that is really hard to remember for any organizations that encourages people to be who they want to be, that once you do that, you have to allow them the freedom to do it. And it's not easy by human nature to do that. Our nature is to control and to hold and maintain and not let people think bad stuff about us. We're trying to do this, and it's like, yeah, but we said, we're about no stigmatic guilt. Well, if that's what gets, if they need a feather duster and 12-volt battery pack, what can I do if that's what gets them off? It's like, I don't want to judge that. So with sisters, it's the same sort of thing. I kind of, whether I approve of it or not, or some of them I go, ooh, really? Because it's funny, you'll see a house and all the names will sort of sound the same. I mean, we're influenced by what we're around. It's funny, if you talk to Mish, one of the original sisters, they're just completely blown away that all the sisters like run around in slutwear half of the cities. They're either big girls or they're in slutwear, or they're both. They were radical fairies. They were like Stevie Nicks. They were up to their ass in ruffles, down to the ground in combat boots and shawls and, peace signs and smudge pots. And, so it's, if looking, either forward or backwards, who knows what it'll become, but it's, so where's the line? Well, it's hard. I'm not easily embarrassed, so it's kind of funny because, we walk up to people and tell them to show us their dicks, and they do, so it's, women flash us their breasts and men show us their cracks, and we kiss their butts and knives, autographed porn star asses, and, it's, again, it's just kind of like, okay, you want me to do that? For me personally, because SisterRaegeena is a separate entity, usually we'll have had to break in through that barrier so that it's not about SisterRaegeena and a drunk person sort of thing. So I don't personally have a lot of experience with it. I've seen other sisters who do. In my world, it's pretty much, while I'm on duty, I'm on duty. And when I'm off duty, if I'm still in face and running around the city or something, that's a little different story. Like if I'm in San Francisco and, it's been a 12-hour day and we just haven't gone home to change yet, and somebody starts flirting with me, that might be a different story. But when I'm actually at an event in sistering, I'm usually too busy to be bothered with that stuff. Even, more than just a little friendly chit-chat and, maybe a grope or something. But I've not run into too many serious situations. And actually, I'm so kind of flaky, they're usually done with me, but they just get bored. Or I miss it and I just miss it, what can I tell you? I generally keep it pretty playful. And it is tough sometimes with people if they're a little tipsy or whatever, because you don't have control over what they're doing. But I just kind of remind them, you try and bring it back to reality. It's like, well, I am still working here, so let me run over here and I got to sell some raffle things, but I'll come back and talk with you, so you keep that little heart on going, because I'm coming back for you. Not unlike when you run into something confrontational. You remind them, love to have this conversation, but I'm working right now, so, call my boss or something. Whatever you have to do to kind of get out of it, but you try and kind of re-ground them off of where they're going, and, a little dose of ice water, and smile and go on your way. A smile helps a lot. It really does. I walked out the door here on Halloween, or day before Halloween one night or something, and I was dressed up as Sister, and we went to the Art Heritage Museum, and I had on my full Batman leather harness and gear and arm shields and my high heels and, my face, and some woman was walking her boy across the street and just screamed when she came around the corner, because I came out and she came around the corner at the exact same time, and she just let out like a cry. And her little 4-year-old boy just stood there, and he was just like, and he was like, "You're Batman! No! High heels! You're a girl! No! What are you?" And it was great, because it was all very innocent, and I mean, he was having his judgments and stuff, but once he ran it through his little mind, it just was all okay. He just had to glue part A to part B, and then it was like, okay, I don't know what it is, but that's cool, throws it in the back. So that part's kind of fun about the kids. But, as far as the sisters and what we become, I mean, it's like I said, I see us as being a Golden Rainbow or an AFAN or, any other major organization in the community. I want us to be organized, and I want us to be impactful, and I want us to be there to serve. And I want it to be large enough that it's not about the 3 or 4 people that just keep the gears rolling, and it really is about, a board and a community that believes in what we do and makes it happen. I mean, AFAN has Penn and Teller on TV doing commercials for the AIDS walk, I remember when the AIDS walk was this big, so in black and white, was in a private home. So that's the kind of stuff I envision for the sisters, I want us to be the marshals of the city, like the sisters are in San Francisco, if that were something we wanted to do. But just to be a powerful entity within the city to help people love themselves and create good. Spread a little joy. Have a little fun. Love yourself. Maybe just a little bit more. That would be perfect for me.